peaceful. You see all sorts of birds as well. So the name of this canal is the Chester Shipping Canal. HMS Victory is the first great ship of the line, one of the Royal Navy flagships and the oldest commissioned warship in the world. Its flagship is HMS Victory, commanded by Lord Nelson, leading his men to victory in the Battle of Trafalgar. In the late 18th century, the most sophisticated warship any navy could possess was the 100-gun first great ship of the line.
September 1805, just weeks before the Battle of Trafalgar. Every effort has been made to make Victory appear just as she did at that time, from the colours she's painted to the floral tails.
Farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you, ladies.
February 14, 1797, on the way to Gibraltar, HMS Victory faced the Spanish fleet on the way to join the French. In the battle, Lord Nelson broke the Spanish line and attacked its several ships. Until nightfall, the Spanish was beaten into submission. Britain has secured the position into the European waters thanks largely to Nelson.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll rove across the salt sea till we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to sailing to Scilly, for the first land we made was a point called the Dead Man. Next Ram's Head off the Myth, Stark, Portland and White. We sailed then by Beachy, by Fairley and Dungeness, and bore straight away for the south, for the sight, for the right. And we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar across the sea till we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Scilly to Scilly, let every good man drink up a full bumper. Let every good man drink up his full bowl, and let us be jolly and drown melancholy. Drink a health to drink a health to drink a health to drink a soul, and we'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar across the salt sea till we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly is 34 leagues.
But the most famous battle was in 1805, when Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar fought against the French and the Spanish fleet, as part of an overall French plan to combine all the French and Allied fleets to take control of the English Channel to enable Napoleon's Grand Army to invade England. They encountered the British fleet under Lord Nelson. Nelson organized the British fleet into two columns, sailing straight into the enemy to pierce its waving lines. They were defeated, with a loss reaching 22 ships, while the Royal Navy just lost one. Unfortunately, Nelson was shot at the height of the battle on HMS Victory.
In the year 865, a great heathen army, under the flag of the Flying Raven, landed in East Anglia. The great army of Scandinavian warriors appeared on the eastern shores of Britain to bring death on the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. The south coast was vulnerable to Danish Viking invasions during the 8th and the 9th centuries. In 787, it was assaulted and conquered by Danish pirates, and then during the reign of Ethelwulf, King of Wessex, in 838, a Danish fleet landed between Portsmouth and Southampton, and the surrounding area was plundered.
Now, after just checking out the cathedral, right across the cathedral, there's the Swan pub. This is the oldest pub in Portsmouth as well.
In response, Ethelwulf sent Wilfrid and the governor of Dorsetshire to confront the Danes at Portsmouth, where most of the ships were docked. They were successful, although Wilfrid was killed. In 1001, the Danes returned and pillaged Portsmouth and surrounding locations, threatening the English with extinction. The Danes were massacred by the survivors the following year, and rebuilding began, although the town suffered further attacks until 1066. Over several centuries, a series of castles and forts was constructed along the coast of the Solent to defend the harbours at Southampton and Portsmouth. These include the Roman Porchester Castle, which overlooks Portsmouth Harbour, and a series of forts built by Henry VIII, including Hurst Castle, situated on a sand spit at the mouth of Solent, Calshot Castle on another spit at the mouth of Southampton Water, and Netley Castle. One of King Henry VIII's most famous fortifications was Southsea Castle. It's from the castle's vantage point that Henry is said to have watched the sinking of his flagship vessel, the Mary Rose. The ship was to remain at the seabed for 437 years, until it was raised and put on an intensive conservation program. Now the ship takes pride of place at the center of its very own museum within Portsmouth Historic Dockyard, where visitors can now see the ship in all her glory, even going through an airlock to breathe the same air.